Oh, welcome back to Totally Original Let's Play. So
bringing that back.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, dude, Totes Original Let's Play. Dude, I just can't wait for people to make. God, oh, I'm dying. Oh, fuck. And then everyone's gonna go. We want to know what you just can't wait for. I just can't wait for people to make like fan art of us, right?
Yeah.
And when they draw me, I'm like the speech bubble's gonna say, "Welcome back to Totes Ridge Let's Play."
Totes Ridge Let's Play.
First of all, I was gonna ask you, did you see the new guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
Commented on the video on Monday.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the fan base,
man. Welcome.
I mean, I know this is kind of late.
It's
but,
like Dark Dave or something, something along those lines.
Dark Dave. Welcome to the. Probably wrong. Welcome.
Exactly. I hope that we continue to satisfy your Spyro needs, and that you will. You said that you were gonna watch the playthrough from the beginning. Dude, go check out some of our other playthroughs too. Personal recommendations, Steven, go.
Personal recommendation, I gotta say Oblivion.
Okay,
because Oblivion is probably still my favorite Let's Play we've ever done. And I hope we go back to it one day.
I really like...
I know what you're gonna say. I have a feeling. I want to see if it's right. Sonic Mania?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I really like Sonic Mania.
Yeah.
One thing that I will say is that, also, I still have a very soft spot in my heart for, Crash and, Django.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't like
I just thought
Crash
those were so good, dude.
as much, but I loved Django. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know, I thought Django was really fun.
Yeah.
By the way, when we say Django, we're talking about Star Wars Bounty Hunter.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but ever since we started playing that, like we've just called it Django.
Yeah.
And we need to realize that other people don't know what we're talking.
Here's a cool thing for you. Go check out. There was a best of Crash Bandicoot. So it's like a 20-minute long video or something that just encapsulates the whole every good part from the series. And I do plan on doing more of those, just so you guys know.
And that is our very first series we ever did.
Yeah, exactly. The very first episode of that was actually the first time we ever recorded.
Yes.
We didn't do any trial runs or anything.
I suggested we did, but Nick was like, "Nah, fuck that," and we
I was like, let's just record, and if it's not good, we'll never air it. And then I was like,
good.
it's actually pretty good.
It was pretty decent. Yeah. We were definitely a little. We talked about this before.
Yeah, well,
we were definitely a little shy.
The first,
I remember being.
I still remember the very first thing. I wasn't shy.
I was a little shy.
Past like the first maybe 10 seconds because you can tell like I didn't know what to say necessarily.
Yeah, same.
Because everything that I'd done up until that point was always scripted, so I didn't know like how to do improv sort of comedy like that. Mm-hmm. And so the first thing that I said is welcome, and you were like, this is a show, or no, I said this is a show, and you were like all about how, and
I remember.
And then I was like, we get dicks in our butts.
No.
All right,
it was
on.
This is a show all about how Crash got turned upside down, and got a dick in his butt. And that was the first ever joke.
Yeah, exactly. But so anyways, what we were going to talk about during this episode is that,
what were we going to talk about, Nicholas?
I remember. In, what grade was this in? 5th grade? 6th grade? 6th grade? I think 6th grade. No, 5th grade.
6th grade? 5th grade. Nah, 7th grade.
It might have been 6th grade. I'm trying to remember what order they were in.
Just say, like, what the event was, and I can probably tell you.
So in 6th grade... Wow, that was Nick.
Awful.
Such a good. In 6th grade, so we were what, 10 years old?
In 6th grade?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, really 10?
I think so.
I think we were 11. Maybe. I think you're 11 because you're 14 when you're a freshman in high school. So I think we're 11.
I was 15.
What the fuck?
So.
What the fuck? No, okay. Well, I was 14 because I have a November birthday, so.
Yeah.
Or 14. Sorry. Anyways, go on.
Anyways, we made a movie, and what it was is I was at the time we were all like, oh boy, you know what, we need to be in a band. Like that's what
this
we need to do.
Is what you're talking about.
Yeah, and so I was like, we talked about it, we formulated a plan, and then we came up with Gear Shift, which was our band.
I was when I first heard that name.
Yeah, I was the guitarist, Dalton was initially the vocalist, Zane was initially the drummer, and Colin was our lovely editor was initially the bassist. And then after we figured out Zane had no idea how to play the drums, as you do when you make a band in middle school. No one knows how to play any instruments. I mean, I've been playing guitar for quite a while by that point, but we were like, okay, instead Zane is gonna be lead singer and Dalton is gonna be on drums. And we recorded, before we made that change, actually, we recorded a music video of Judas Priest Breakin' the Law. I do. Oh yes, I do.
Boy.
And you know what? One of these days,
you can post it.
I'll upload that shit to the Patreon.
That's some cringy shit.
I'll upload all these videos to the Patreon.
We gotta get something really good for that. Like, we gotta hit like 200 subscribers for that.
But the so what happened was, we went over to Dalton's house and fucking recorded this shit while his parents weren't home, because that was like the only way that we could get it done, right? Because no one wanted a bunch of kids running around. I would say that I directed it, you know? Like, I mean,
I honestly don't remember.
Well, yeah. Well, you were there, Kyle was there, and Oreo was there. Oreo played the cop.
I remember that. I remember him falling asleep, like, on the... None of the audience knows what we're talking about. I just realized.
Right. Well, we tried to model it after the video for Breakin' the Law. Yeah. In case you guys don't know, is like, breaking the law,
Just for an example, I believe the first part of the actual music video is him driving along in a car.
Yeah. And
the first part of our music video was Dalton being pulled along in a wagon down the street.
Yep. And so then, and there's the part where he, like, breaks the cell door or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
He, like, bends the bars.
Yeah.
And Dalton fucking had a curtain separating his room from his sister's room.
Yeah.
And he tore the curtain.
Oh,
like,
God.
he made a little hole in the curtain before we were filming, and then he, like, put his fingers in it and, like, ripped the curtain in half. It was good. But
good.
But so that actually wasn't the first time, or it was the first time, I believe. But it wasn't the last time that I would direct and edit a video. Because I was always, like, trying to get everyone into videos and stuff, you know?
Uh-huh.
I was always like, man, let's make like
what other videos
for this. So the second time was what we called Balts.
What?
Which was Bob and Larry's talk show.
Oh yeah.
And that was me and Jake, and then we were doing a project for middle school, and Salty, who was our partner, he did, like, the entire presentation. He did it was on skydiving, and he did all of the fucking thing, you know, everything for it. But me and Jake, we were like, let's make a dumb movie. And so that's exactly what we did. But Salty couldn't come. His name's Brian, by the way. But just more Brians.
We have too many Brians.
Third Brian
now.
So. But so, whoops.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, what the fuck?
Uh-oh. Oh, no. No. Alright. The packaging malfunctions over here. Please add in a, like... Oh, okay.
Wow.
That should be good.
We had our little, like, tent thing fall down while we were recording.
Yeah, because we have the microphone up against a wall, I have a really thick, like, blanket that I put up against the wall to absorb the sound so it doesn't bounce back. But so we basically did that. We made, like, a little talk show or some shit called Baltz, or Bob and Larry's talk show. And then what we did was, and I'm trying to remember what we did, because I did something like every year. Oh, in 9th grade, we made a movie, me, Patrick, Cliffy, Zane, and Colin.
Oh, is this the... I think I know what this is.
It was called The Brotherhood, and it was like this assassin
I remember
movie.
that.
Yeah.
I remember that because...
So bad.
No, it was cool because I remember
cool.
we watched it. We watched it during the Game-a-thon.
Oh yeah.
By the way, quick reference: Gameathon was something we had at our school for like our high school.
Yeah.
Basically, you bring in your game consoles and you got the whole school to yourself for an entire night.
24 hours.
It was great. It was great. It was just a bunch of kids in the school.
It was gaming for charity.
And you could just everyone brought all their game systems.
You could have people sponsor you and stuff like that.
But yeah, basically they premiered their Assassin's Creed movie.
Yeah.
There, and I remember a bunch of dumb teenagers packed into the science room classroom, and
whoa, I think you're gonna have to cut the name out.
Whatever, Mr. Just whatever, just
him.
Yeah, him. You know, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, everyone packed into that classroom, and just oh god, everyone clapped, everyone cheered, everyone was like, yeah, so cool.
Yeah,
and it was cool. It was edgy.
But the yeah, dude.
I didn't know that you were a part of that. I thought that was just Cliff, and I thought Luke was in it.
No, dude. That's the thing. I wrote, directed, and edited the entire movie.
Nice.
Because
it was rad.
They had started making something like before me and Zane got out there, and they just didn't have like an idea, and so I was like, all right, guys, this is how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna write. Do
you have that still too?
Yeah, I've got all of these.
I wanna watch.
So yeah, dude. Yeah, it's I think it's hilarious. One of these days we will set goals and we will upload these to the Patreon.
Yeah,
you mark my goddamn words. So if you haven't, head over to the fucking Patreon. I'll go and see about adjusting those goals to include things like if we hit this amount or whatever, we do that. So anyways, tell us down in the comments below if you have done anything like that before.
If you have, share it.
Yeah.
With us.
And next time on Totally Original Let's Play, we will probably play my favorite level in the entire game. So.
You've said that like third time.
No, I haven't, dude.
Okay, fine.
Click on the left to watch the next video in this series once it's uploaded.
Click on the right to watch another game that we played if you like this.
Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so that you get notified when we upload new videos.
And I told him, let's please.